Mater, our new ag reporter. Look, this here is the step farming. That's what the mines were known for, is their step farming. It's where they would cut holes, or not holes, but they would cut into the side of the hills there, get it done, and then they would plow up the side of it, quite like that. This here, right here, you see? That's how that does that. This here, right here. And you can even drive backward on it. And what kind of things did the mines grow? Well, when they weren't cutting up the side of the mountains, they, sorry. Mater, are you coming in, Mater? Oh, sorry, y'all. I cut out for a second. Now, the mines, they would, in their swamp areas, as y'all can see here, they would just build up into a raised garden bed and just plant right on top of that. And in the forest areas, y'all can see over there, they would just cut her down and burn it. Yeah, and then they can just plant over top of the burned stuff right there. And here's the things that their mines they grew. That'd be corn, which then they use that corn to make tortillas and all kinds of good stuff. They also grew beans and tomatoes. Hey, kind of like my name, huh? Papayas, sweet taters, and squash. Now, as y'all know from the Aztecs, they also grew cocoa beans. And they used their cocoa beans as trade for other things and for paying their soldiers for going into war. Now, cocoa beans, as we learned with the Aztecs, were a very popular thing, and everybody wanted some of them there Aztec. Mater, get it together. Sorry, y'all. They wanted some of that there Mayan chocolate. Get her done, y'all. Thank you. As you can see, Mater is new to the show. Okay. In other news, now we know that the Mayans were famous for their farming techniques of, we saw in the first scene there that they cut up the side of mountains. They built up into their swampland, and they burnt down their forests to make room for the things they wanted to grow, especially chocolate. Now, in other news, the Mayans, not only are they known for their innovative farming, they're also known for their writing system. To tell us more about our writing system, we go to our language expert, Teresa Menounos, who appears to have just woken up.
Why, yes. Hello there. I'm here to tell you all about the writing system. They had a system called glyphs, which were kind of like hieroglyphics. You might recognize that. It's kind of sort of like the Egyptians. They were pictures or symbols that represented sounds, words, or objects. They wrote whole stories and kept records called codices. However, many of the codices aren't around anymore because the Spanish conquistadors burned them. Okay. Also, we know that the Mayans were really great with technology. They invented a calendar that we can see here. It's this circle thing. This is their calendar. It's 3 separate things together, and together they tell the dates. See, here's some dates, there's some dates, there's a picture. Okay. A few years ago, in 2012, people were sure that the Mayan calendar was going to run out and it was the end of time, but they weren't telling the time right, and really we all know that nobody knows when the time ends. It says it in the Bible that only God knows, so don't worry about it. We also know that the Mayans had a super advanced math system for their time. Super advanced. They had a 0. We know nowadays that 0 is a big deal because 101 is a lot different than 11. 0 is not important. But they did not have zeros at that time. No. This is the first. And here they have dots to represent each line, and lines to represent numbers. The Mayans were very big with their technology for the year 250 AD. This is Teresa Manunos signing out.
Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. That was very interesting. Now, this just in. The Mayans have disappeared. Here to tell us more about this is our reporter on the scene, Emmett Legoman. Emmett, come in, Emmett. Yes, thank you. You are very tiny next to this. Yes, the Mayans. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. Emmett, get on it. This is serious. The Mayans disappeared. Tell us what happened to the Mayans. Right, yeah, sorry. We don't really know what happened to the Mayans. Sometime during the year 900 to 1524 AD, the Mayans just disappeared. Nobody really knows what happened. Some historians think that it was like overpopulation and like they just had too many people and not enough food. And other people think that there was like a climate change that went through and those took everybody out. But we do know that the Spanish conquistadors did not kill them because by the time the Spanish got here, they were already gone. Not all of the Mayans disappeared. Some of them went off to live other places, but the majority of them did disappear and they left their glorious cities behind. As you can see here, this is an ancient civilization, an ancient Mayan ruin here. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I'm on the top. Whoa, it's so big up here. And you too can go and see this if you could. This is in Belize, but you know, you can't leave the country, so you can't leave the country or even the state. Sorry. Someday maybe you can go to Belize and see this temple. So it's awesome. Everything's not awesome when your civilization disappears. Everything's not. Thank you, Emmett. That was great. Sorry, our tech person put me on my head. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That's the Mayan civilization right there. They disappeared. You now have, they just up and disappeared. You now have all the information that you need to do your homework. Between this amazing episode and the notes that are attached to you, for you, there in the Google Classroom, you have enough information to now do all the work that you need to do. Tune in next time for another exciting episode of Ancient American Civilization News Show. Again, I've been your host, Mrs. Warner. Have a pleasant evening and we'll see you next week.